What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope everybody is well, alive, and thriving, okay? And surviving, because it's crazy out here, all right? Hope everybody is doing well, having a great Memorial Day, great Memorial Weekend. Yeah, make sure y'all stay safe out there. I've been MIA. Shouts out to everyone that has checked on me and made sure I still had a post. I appreciate y'all. I have been over in Stella Bistro Foods, my second channel, for the last 2 weeks. You know, the school year is coming to an end, and so Stella Bistro Foods had an opportunity to cater to the city school system. So shouts out to them. Definitely loved it. Definitely loved it. Definitely loved it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, is feeding the kids. And I, as you can tell by the smile on my face, like, I had a great time. Very smooth all the way through. You know, when you concentrate, you get more done than you being delegating distractions, okay? So stay focused. So anyhow, I'm back in the flesh, and I got tons to talk about with y'all. I got so much to talk about. So go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you sipping on, get it and bring it close. I actually have vitamin water today, and it literally tastes like flavored chalk water. But I am going to drink it because I paid for it. Alright, so happens I give y'all a face that look like I'm trying to pass a kidney stone. I'm not. It's just, that's just what it is. Okay, that's what's on set today. So go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. I should have got a straw. Okay, so get my thoughts together. I have so much to talk about. I have to think about which one I want to do first. Okay, let's do this one. All right, so over the course of the last 2 weeks, like I said, I've been busy catering. I've been busy just trying to make sure that, you know, I'm able to accomplish one goal at a time. And so usually when I'm doing catering events, I typically do not cook, right? I don't cook. So that means I order out. Typically they deliver it to me. All right, use your gas, not mine. But in this instance, it was more cost effective or cheaper for me just to go and get it and order it right then and there than it will be for me to, you know, having to order mass quantities. I know I'm not going to eat by myself, and, you know, just pretty much throw away money. So it was a good idea at first to carpool with a friend of mine. Well, a distant friend of mine at this point. And so, you know, we wanted the same thing to eat, so it only makes sense. You know, we live within the vicinity of each other, so it's not a problem. So me and this quote unquote associate, we go to where we want to go and eat. Now, I'm not the most flashiest person. I don't care to be, but this other person is. So alright, fine, let's go. We going through the drive-through. You know, we ain't standing around trying to politic with folks. We ain't sitting in no restaurant. We ain't even getting out the car. Let's just go. So we need to talk. We need to have a tea talk about what I'm about to explain to you. Alright, so You know how when you go out, you put your good get up on, get your good get up on, you get fancy, right? And you know the energy and the mental thought you put into it to look nice, right? We dress our character the same way. We dress our character the same way, right? Follow me. So with us dressing our character that same way, we know what emotionally we don't want to share. We don't want to be a part of, right? If so happens you don't really click with a certain personality type, what do? You typically don't become friends. You know, you mind your business, you stay over there, I stay over here. Like grown folks, it is what it is. You keep it pushing, right? We need to start dressing our character with that same dress code. All right, so we pull into the drive-thru. And as someone who used to serve tables and who used to be in the hospitality field in the front of the house, shout out to all the front of the house folks, that work. It was always a pet peeve, and it still is, because my dad does it. And it's like you sit there and you study the menu, but then when you get to talking to order your food, you creating your own combo. You didn't sat here and took your moment to fake and read like you know what the hell is going on and what to order. And then you get to talking and you ain't ordering nothing that's making it easy for who's ever having to receive your order process it. So they go ahead and they order what they want. Now in the midst of them ordering what they want, they see what they want, and then they're saying, I want this type of platter, but instead of the platter, I want 2 sandwiches. Then won't you just tell her you want 2 sandwiches? No, you want to make it complicated. All right. So she's trying to address the order to accommodate you, and yet you're talking over her at the same time, trying to tell her your order, and she's trying to accommodate you. I can't stand when people talk on top of each other. All right, that just messes with my flow. All right, so strike 1. Actually, strike 1 and 2, because you're wasting everyone's time thinking you have the intelligence to be able to hold I'm gonna allow you to speak and then I'm gonna speak conversation. So they're sitting in the drive-thru window. The lady is getting irate. She's getting flustered because I understand where she's coming from. It's like, look, that's a platter, but I'll give you 2 buns. It only makes sense for you just to go ahead and get the sandwiches. So she's still trying to accommodate and give them what they want. And they're just not receiving it. It's like, no, I want what I want. So they changed their mind. When they changed their mind, the lady hauls off and she says, well, you don't want what you previously ordered. They say no. So by the time it gets to, if I wanted to order anything else, she gets flustered again. So we pull up. When we pull up, I already know how things go at this restaurant. I let them know, can I get everything in a bag? Because otherwise they'll just hand it out the window to you. So she was like, well, everything you got is a la carte, so it'll be in the bag. Okay. All right. No problem. I let that slide because, again, how I dress my character these days is not to overreact. Even though I was hyperventilating on the inside in the passenger seat, because literally imagine you not being a combative person and you're hearing 2 people in your energy, in your vicinity, within arm's reach, having this tobacco. They having this debate back and forth. And it's just like, you can't please either side and you can't talk to either side, because right now they're so irrational. They're like two animals with one tiny piece of damn meat in a room. They're going at it. So after they order their food or try to order their food, they gonna turn and look at me and be like, do you want to go somewhere else because this ain't working out? What? It ain't working out. It ain't working out because you ain't letting her talk. It ain't working out because, first of all, you sat here and paused and just looked at the menu. I guess you were just looking at the colors. Alright? Because you damn sure ain't read the menu. Because after you read the menu, you went and had wasted neither one of our times today. Alright? And we damn sure would have lower blood pressure if you had just ordered this shit via DoorDash and got the wrong shit and kept it pushing. But no, you wanted to come out here because what? Gas is cheaper if you carpool. What? Because you wanted to eat the same shit. What? Because you thought it would be smart and fancy to have me sit in a vehicle with you, but this is how you dress your character and your attitude. So this the second time the lady comes to the window, throws the food out the window. Dana throws the food out the window. Luckily we catch it. And she's like, have a nice day. I said, don't drive off yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get my drink. She come back to the window. It's coming. I said, okay. She lucky she got Miss Terrell that's in counseling, that's in therapy, that's in getting her shit together, that's getting into self-care, that's part of getting her groove back, that's just not in the lane of dealing with other motherfuckers. You lucky I'm in my own little bubble, bitch. And I don't like to come outside. Because had I been driving, had I been the one in the driver's seat, and I'm not a person to talk about violence, but I damn sure I'm a person to say, you know what, if you keep spitting, someone's gonna answer to that. You know, even the word says your mouth can invite an ass whooping. I'm just saying, go check Proverbs. So so I see the manager like looking behind, you know what I'm saying, like peeking behind the little machine or whatever. So she slams the door or whatever. She's like, it's coming. So she slams the door, and I was like, yo, just check your money when you come back. You know what I'm saying? Check your money and don't pull off until I check my drink, check my food. Because in my head, in between them two going back and forth, I don't know what could have happened, but I just know I didn't do shit. I just came here to order my food and go home. Alright? I didn't come for all this unnecessary BS. So, come back to the window, give me the drink and everything like that. I'm looking to make sure my food is right and everything. And the distant friend of mine hauls off and comes out their mouth, and they're like, well, what the F is going on in there today? Y'all ain't got y'all shit together. We got our food. You know what I'm saying? We got our food. It don't matter at this point. The food hot, the food right. She didn't call us out of our color, whatever the case may be. Let's just go. You know what I'm saying? I got the store number. I'll go. Like, come on now. Like, I ain't got time. That's my energy. I don't have time to waste. I don't wear watches because I don't have time for the bullshit. Just like, let's go. Let's come on. You know, you ain't got to act like your environment, you know. So, haul off, and in between me checking the food, all of a sudden, the distant friend and the cashier get into it. Then called her a pimple-faced bitch and all types of stuff. And within the time frame of them saying that, I felt this jolt in my body. No. A jolt. Because, like, it struck an emotional chord with me. And at that point, I was just like, you know what? This is the first time and never again. Never again. I will be willing to go and get up and do it myself, how I'm known to do things peacefully, because that's how I move. You know, you get more bees with honey than with vinegar. And this person sure enough was vinegar. And this brings me to the tea talk topic. Like I said, we need to start addressing we need to start dressing our character and our attitudes how we dress ourselves. Because if we dress ourselves up internally, how we dress ourselves up to the gods, going out and showboating, I pray and hope our attitudes will be better. I was so emotionally, I don't want to say traumatized about it, but I was so unbalanced emotionally after all of that happened, because after he called her out her name, she's telling us to leave, as I've been wanting to from the gate, after I got my food and checked it, was to leave. Oh no, they start turning the music up, bopping their head. At this point, it's just pure and legitimate ignorance. And I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because I didn't roll through the drive-thru with no negative intentions. All I wanted was some barbecue. And at the end of it all, it wasn't me who embarrassed me. It was the company I came with. All right. And so with that being said, there was another instance down the line where this person was handling business on the phone. And if you want professional prizes, you gotta be professional when it comes to that. Oh no. Oh no. Again, bees are just a flying. I don't mean the type that like honey either. The B word is just a flying. Racial slurs is being used. And mind you, the day before I put them in contact with someone that, for me, in my professional network, I've seen them produce results. So I'm not putting you in contact with someone that's not going to be able to be of some service. Now, had I known the next day you had did all that, I would have not helped you the day before, because it's not in my character to help people who hinder themselves. Like, it's just in them. I told a friend of mine one time, look, in the words of Stephen King, it's either the maggots is in the fruit when it's growing, or the magnets are attracted to the fruit as it rots. Either way you look at it, character is character. What you attract and what's in you and how you do people and how you work without society in itself says a lot about what's going to be coming to you and what's in you. All right, flip it however way you want to have it fit your two-piece puzzle, but they go the fuck together. And so I was just like, you know what, I just can't. And it had me come to this thing, to this realization. Remember the video I did about real versus rude? This is a step above that, all right? It's a step above that. When you are intuitive about your light, your energy, what you give off, what you're willing to share in reciprocity, you cut off the things that don't grow for you on a healthy tip. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when ladies, when we do our hair, we trim the dead ends. That's this, yeah, we're on that level now, because at the end of the day, a couple days later, they're like, hey, you want to carpool and go on and get us something to eat? No. Because in the back of my head at this point, it's kind of just like, what the fuck is that smell? It's your nasty ass attitude. It's your nasty ass attitude. I don't want to be around someone with a nasty ass attitude all the time. Like, it smells like a skunk. It smells like you're near a snake and it's giving off the vibes to get the fuck away. Retreat. Leave. I'm going to do it. Because there's nothing worse than someone poisoning your energy, poisoning your image, your character. Like, it's not necessary. All right, I didn't need a sandwich that damn bad, but clearly that day I did. Okay, so blame it on my hunger, not my heart. Don't charge it to my head. Okay, I won't even hangry. I was simply, that's yeah, it was on my taste buds. But damn it, I learned something going and coming back. Now, if that ain't the quickest lesson I've learned, if that's not the quickest lesson I've learned to this day creating this channel, I'm telling you what I know. All right. You've been hurt hard and long enough before. You know when to get something and get the hell on. I got my sandwich and I got a less. I got a 2-for-1. All right. Be careful of who you allow around you. And it's not so much of you allowing takers to have no limit. It's because, you know what they say is real. Whoever you are around, it says a lot about your character. I'm not the type of person that's going to be out here throwing the B word around and calling people out on literal and physical insecurity. I'm not, we don't do that. That is not queen and king energy. Trust me, it's not. It's nowhere near it. And for me to realize that on the way home, like, you don't understand how tight I was hugging that bag of food. You have no idea, because the whole entire way back to the neighborhood, I was just like, you got the nastiest attitude. The nastiest attitude. And then suddenly all these bad things started happening, like domino effect, that they were telling me about. And it got to a point, I just kept my door closed and my blinds down, honey. I don't want to hear your woes. Okay? They're not my concern. And as far as I'm concerned, won't nothing wrong with my food. If anything, it was hot. As if like they literally said, yo, let's get this person through this line and out this parking lot. Because they wasted no time. And my food was so good. It was so good. I double checked it, triple checked it. Hell, I've been in food service. I am in food service, so I know. So them people ain't do nothing wrong by me. So don't come over here with all your woes and you got all this shit happening. You get what you give. That goes as far as you allowing someone to come into your energy and into your life, on your path, whatever the case may be. And like if I didn't haul off and said it, I checked their ass when I hauled off and got my ass home. Mate, you ain't gonna drop me off on the side. Oh no, I waited till if my driveway had eyes, it'll tell it. Because I sure enough told them, like, look, you know, when y'all go out or whatever, y'all need to have y'all shit together. Because what y'all not going to do and what people ain't going to allow these days and times is for you to have them look bad because you don't know how to act. If I know how to act, I'm going to go and be around people who know how to govern themselves accordingly. Did a video on it. Because since you can't, you will go along with the rest of the slaughter. Because that's exactly what you're just going down a one-way road. That nastiness in your character, in your attitude, in your image is not going to get you nowhere. It's not going to get you nowhere. If you're going to be acknowledged and if you're going to put yourself out there to want all the attention in the world, then at least represent somebody who has some common sense, some common decency, some type of damn ethics, moral standards, you name it. But there's no point if you know it's not in your energy to entertain that type of demeanor. Don't allow it to stick around and stay there. You have the option, you have the choice. So, you know, practice your liberties accordingly. What I know is I'm going to get myself into my own vehicle from now on and take myself by myself. Because see, when I'm by myself to go take care of my business, ain't no drama. Ain't no bat talk. Ain't no kiki, hee hee, I'm going to be ignorant and stupid and all this other stuff. There's none of that when I'm by myself. But when you get around people, you know, I'm like, maybe they just excited to be around me. No. That's not excitement. That's ignorance. There's a huge difference. All right? So, you know, let that be a lesson to you. Like I said, that was the quickest lesson I learned because the trip was less than 10 minutes. So, you know, be mindful of who's in your nature. Be mindful of who's in your nature. Realize, you know, nature grows many of things. And you ain't careful, you damn sure can have some weeds grow in your garden. So take that and digest it how you want to. So, you know, it is what it is. I learned my lesson. Hope y'all did too. Y'all be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.